How do you respond when the woman you love suddenly feels different and doesn't feel like herself? How can you be there for her during menopause when no one ever handed you a guidebook? And what if this life transition can actually bring you closer together rather than pulling you apart, creating a distance? My name is Tina Shelton, the author of the book, The Expert Guide to Menopause and Marriage. And on this channel, we use compassion to help couples navigate this intense life transition with more understanding, connection, and empathy. Today, I am excited to share 4 powerful truths your wife wishes you knew and understood about menopause before it creates a divide between you. And the last one is the one you don't want to miss. It's the one that could completely shift how you see your wife and how she sees you. So stick with me to the end and let's dive in. Let me tell you a quick story. Some time ago, I sat across a friend. Her face was red from another sleepless night, hand shaking from a fight she didn't really mean to start. And her husband, he was in the other room, silent, confused, and feeling like a stranger on his own home. They were not angry, they were scared because no one told them this could happen. Not like this. The truth is, most husbands want to be supportive. They really want to be there for their wives. But let's be honest, menopause doesn't come with instructions, does it? So when she wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning and she snaps at things that never used to matter, or pulling away in ways that you don't understand, that can be confusing, even frustrating. But here is what she wishes you understood. It doesn't mean your relationship is falling apart. In fact, menopause can be the moment your relationship grows deeper if you learn to see it through her eyes. Let's now dive into the detail of this. Yes, let's talk about the 5 truths that can completely change how you experience menopause together. 1, it is hormonal, not personal. Every partner watching this video, hear me out. Most of the changes you see in your wife during menopause or perimenopause, those mood swings, the tears, the sudden distance, are not personal. They are hormonal. I'm sure your partner will be really grateful if you can understand this fully. This is not a simple statement, but rather a fact that is well supported by research. For instance, talking about neurological effect. This is what a study published in April 2025, conducted by the Journal of Psychosexual Health, concluded. As estrogen fluctuates, women may note changes in focus, mood, emotional balance, leading to mood instability, cognitive impairments, and sleep disturbance. It goes on to say that estrogen deprivation in hypothalamus, which is the part of the brain that deals with the temperature, the body temperature, disrupt thermoregulation, resulting in hot flashes and sleep disturbance, which in turn exacerbate or amplify mood and cognitive issues. I will put the link in the description if you want to know more about the study. So, just to be clear, sometimes your wife doesn't understand what is happening to her, let alone putting a name to this. I certainly can identify with that statement. I didn't have the slightest clue of what was going on in my body a few years ago. I do remember a husband saying, "I thought she was angry at me all the time." And the wife replied, "I wasn't angry, I was drowning." Have you noticed? She didn't say I was having perimenopausal symptoms, I was drowning, which is quite revealing. I can hear you say, "This is certainly not true with my wife," but hear me out. Those changes that you see are biology, not betrayal, because her body is literally shifting gears. What she needs most isn't fixing, it's patience and empathy. Although I will be covering this concept of empathy in another video in depth, try something simple. You can try this line, for example: "Darling, I know this must feel tough. How can I support you right now? Is there anything I can do for you right now?" That one line of understanding can change everything. The second truth she wishes you understood is this: sleep disruption affects everything. Yes, sleep disruption indeed affects everything. Menopause can totally mess up with a woman's sleep. And several research papers confirm this, including the one that I mentioned earlier. I will be putting the link in the description. So, hot flashes, night sweat, anxiety, palpitation, brain fog, migraine, the loss of identity, and the list goes on and on and on. All this can make getting a proper night's sleep impossible, Believe me, I have been there. I am still going through that to some extent, having all these symptoms that I just mentioned. And I'm sure your other half will appreciate it if you really acknowledge this fact. When she's in, if you fume on empty, feeling completely drained, the world around her becomes a daunting challenge where everything gets harder. Even a simple conversation feels tougher. Intimacy takes a hit, obviously. What used to be patience becomes a fragile thread where it is easily broken under pressure. I once asked a woman what she missed the most about her life before perimenopause. What she said? I miss waking up not already on edge. Husbands, I am sure you understand why empathy and compassion are the key here. So, what can you do? Simple is perfect. Make the bedroom a sleep sanctuary. Keep it cool. Have the light blanket and the fan handy. Adjust the thermostat when necessary. And make sure you don't tease her about getting the bedroom window open at night and offer comfort instead of commentaries. Remember, better sleep means better connection for both of you. The third truth she wishes you understood is that intimacy changes, but it doesn't end. This is where many couples start doubting themselves. Granted, menopause does come with a few changes. Let's look at them through the lenses of this paper. The African Health Study, which conducted 18 studies across 11 countries. And this is what they found. They said, I quote, during menopause, there is a decline in sexual desire, in arousal, in orgasm functions, which in turn leads to decreased sexual satisfaction in their partners. Obviously, it has to be noted that alongside lower libido, vaginal dryness, and painful intercourse, women can also experience loss of identity and their sense of womanhood. Remember also that sometimes your wife can feel less confident about herself, about her body. But here is a fact that may surprise you. It doesn't mean that intimacy is over, not at all. Because this could be the season where you both rediscover each other. It could be the season where you both rediscover new ways to connect emotionally and physically. Yes, things change physically, emotionally. However, this is your moment to explore new ways to connect. A pro tip though, keep the pressure off. I read the story of a couple who hadn't touched each other for months. Not out of anger, but out of fear. When they took intimacy off the pressure list, what happened? Everything changed. They held hand again. They laughed in bed again. So touch, laughter, presence, that's the new romance. But first, have a conversation about this. An open discussion. Redefine intimacy. What does intimacy means for you? What does intimacy means for her? What does intimacy means for both of you now? Think of a different kind of closeness. This is what Even Now, an evidence-based advice platform on menopause and perimenopause, suggests. Explore new forms of intimacy. A sex drive and desire may fluctuate during perimenopause. It's helpful to explore new forms of intimacy with your partner. This might include more cuddling, massage, or spending time together in ways that deepens emotional connections, even if physical intimacy becomes less frequent. End of quote. I'm going to just emphasize this here. What about you holding hands, giving a spontaneous hug, or offering a foot massage, bringing flowers, sitting in the couch and just cuddling? These gestures show that you still value and desire her presence. But remember this, she most likely doesn't want to feel like she's disappointing you. So show that you still desire her. Show that you still love her, because love is far greater than hormones. Thank you for sticking with me. If what you are learning gives you a new perspective, share it, subscribe, and send it to a friend who might need it too. The following are the last truth. This is the part most couples never talk about. The fourth truth she wishes you understood is this. She still needs to feel desired and understood. Indeed, your wife, your other half, your partner needs to feel desire and understood. It's a need, not a want. Why? Because menopause can truly take a toll on a woman's confidence. Think about it. Weight gain, dry skin, wrinkles, fatigue, migraine, mood swings, and more can make a woman, any woman, feel like she's losing herself. And this is why your words, your actions matter more than ever. Please compliment her. Be sincere about this. Notice the little things that she does. Tell her what you appreciate about who she is, not just how she looks. Now, I am not saying she doesn't look great. She probably does. However, don't dwell too much on her physical appearance, because some women, and most women I would say, may not like you talking about their visceral fat around the waist or the double chin. I wouldn't like that at all. Having said that, like a lot of us, she probably needs reassurance, especially coming from you, her loving partner. One man commented something. He said that, I didn't know how much she needed to hear that she's still beautiful until I finally said it. And that reminded me so much of my mom, who always asked my dad, her husband, how she looked even in her 70s. The bottom line is this: compliment her, notice her, choose her every day. If you're still here, you're probably going to like this video showing somewhere on your screen. Title: Stop Trying to Fix Her, the Menopause Misunderstanding That Costing Marriages. To recap, menopause isn't personal. Sleep matters. Intimacy evolves. She still needs to feel desired and understood. When you understand this full truth, you are not just surviving menopause. You are building something stronger because of it. Something more powerful than cement. Because love doesn't end here. It just evolves. And sometimes it gets even deeper.